by the right. Wait! Pull! Wait a minute, time now. Started off right, coming together in twos.
On a Wednesday afternoon in late July, a section of the 78th Highlanders rehearses for an upcoming demonstration of Victorian foot and arms drill.
Whitfield! Shoulder! Up! Forward, forward, short side!
Their drill is based on the 1867 edition of Field Exercise and Evolutions of Infantry, the standard British Army Manual of Drill and Battle Tactics.
To the right! Turn!
By 1869, infantry tactics had not changed much since the days of Napoleon and Wellington. Soldiers still marched in close order, each man touching the elbows of his neighbors to his left and right. This practice of packing the men as close together as possible was as old as warfare itself and had proven useful during the era of the smoothbore musket. Smoothbore muskets had limited range and accuracy, so packing the men together also meant packing their muskets together, thus maximizing firepower. However, the age of the smoothbore musket was gone by 1869. While in Halifax, the 78th were armed with the Snyder Enfield rifle, a single-shot breech loader that was highly accurate to 200 yards and had a maximum range of 1,000 yards. There was no longer any need to pack the men so tight in ranks, but the practice endured for another 40 years, until the machine gun finally put an end to it. For the 78th in Halifax, battle tactics were performed for practice and for public entertainment. Mock battles against an imaginary foe were a common sight, often on special occasions such as the Queen's birthday. Today, such demonstrations of historical arms are a core aspect of the Living History program at the Halifax Citadel. Unlike today, Victorian foot drill was not for show, but was a system for deploying soldiers in battle. When advancing directly against an enemy, troops marched in lines, the men side by side.
On the left, the right. Turn.
Here we see breaking off files, a movement that allowed a wide line of men to narrow itself in order to pass an obstacle such as a bridge or gully.
Left about wheel. Find the big Dalton, keep control of that rifle. Punch in, get your head in the game. Flip, flip. 12, 2, 9. Foot.
The obstacle passed, the line is reformed.
Swaddle wheel to the right, about. On the center. Right to about. Wheel.
Wheeling on the center allowed a line to efficiently change its angle of approach, perhaps to face a threat to its flank.
March! Hike! Turn off the wall. Bring it up, Dalton. Greg, hammer to the left. Forward! One up, bars, right! Arms! Arms! Right! Right wheel!
For marching troops along a road or to the battlefront, the favorite formation was a column of fours. Troops had to know how to change formation from line to column swiftly, without stopping.
All rifle exercise! Hard! Up!
Rifle exercise taught the men how to smartly change their rifle position while on the march.
Left wheel! Left wheel! Left wheel! Squad will advance in line! Squad! Put! March! Eight! Squad! Up!
Every tactical demonstration includes a performance of the British Army bayonet exercise.
One will prepare for bayonet exercise!
In the mid-19th century, the bayonet was still a favored weapon of British commanders, at least in theory. Soldiers were taught a series of fighting movements which, for training purposes, were then put together in a sequence. First, to ensure the safety of the troops during practice, their sergeant places them in 4 ranks at intervals. The various movements allowed a soldier to face an enemy directly in front of him, below him, and above him. There were also movements for blocking a blow from a sword or club, and a movement designed to give extra force to the bayonet thrust. With the parade maneuvers over, the squad will now perform various modes of firing for the Snider Enfield. The imaginary enemy has just been sighted, and the mock combat is about to begin. The Highlanders will open the engagement by utilizing the method of file firing, in which each soldier fired in sequence, front rank to rear rank, from right to left. This method allows a sustained fire while conserving ammunition. Meanwhile, pipers playing behind the ranks provide inspiration. Highlanders are now fully engaged, so begin firing volleys to break up the enemy formation. The imaginary enemy counterattacks with cavalry, and the defense is the rallying square. Horses would not throw themselves at this dense hedge of bayonets. As long as the square formation remained unbroken, the troops were relatively safe from an attack by horse. Although the cavalry has been dealt with, the Highlanders begin a fighting withdrawal. As one wing retires, the other provides covering fire, again using the method of firing by files. final volley has stopped the enemy advance. The 78th will now turn the tables with a favorite tactic, the bayonet charge. With the enemy shattered, the Highlanders follow up with picked shots and a final volley. So in victory, the Highlanders will march off the field to the sound of the pipes and drums. But this was not a real battle, and there were no casualties. This was perhaps a small glimpse of a bygone day, when Halifax was one small part of a global empire on which the sun never set.